Hello, hello, friends. I'm Debbie from Debbie's Bright Ideas, guys, and happy Friday evening. I'm going to make this cute, fun, whimsical donut here tonight on the live. So if you happen to be scrolling on through, come on in, come hang out with me. I do greatly appreciate that. If you happen to see this later, hashtag replay, let me know you were here. I also appreciate that very, very much. My voice is kind of going out. But anyway, let's get started, my friends. We're going to be using the cream color clay today, and this is available in the shop. We're going to be using other colors here as well. I did get smidges of the colors that I'm going to be using just so that I'm not fumbling around in the bags. We're going to be using the light purple, we're going to be using the hot pink, the turquoise, the neon green, the pink, and these beautiful rhinestones. All in the shop. Hi, Ramona. Hi, Heidi. Hello, everyone. Come on in, ladies. Come on in. I am going to be making a cute, fun, whimsical Candyland donut here tonight. I made this one here literally just a few minutes ago. I was actually trying to do a tutorial, but something's going on with my phone that it wasn't letting me. Hi, Rodi. Hi, Jamie. Hi, everyone. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it here on a live, and then I'll go ahead and share it out to my YouTube. So come on in, friends. Come hang out. Hi, Elida. Welcome, welcome. So let's get started. I am going to be using, this foam from the Dollar Tree. And this foam here, they come in the 2-pack for $1.75, so you can find these guys. I'm jumping straight on in because I I have to get to some Bright Ideas business, and I just want to get this donut made for you guys. Plus, it's late in the evening. How's everyone doing? Hi, Nessa. Hey, girl. So we're going to be making a cute, fun donut, and we're going to be using one of the foams here. I'm going to go ahead, and I had a cookie cutter here. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to use this round cookie cutter here just to cut out a center in the foam. So close your ears because it's going to make a little bit of a noise. It's pretty radical. Right, and just punch through in the foam. Okay. There we go. Quick and fast. Hi, Helen. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, guys. What an amazing day. I'm so happy to be home. So what I'm going to be doing for this donut, I'm going to be doing build up. And I like to just grab any color because it's not going to show. So any color that you have that's old, that's rubbering out on you, or just a color that's out of season is definitely the things that you want to use for build up. I just grabbed some of this white, and I grabbed half a cup. I used my half a cup measuring cup for that. And I'm going to do an 18-inch long log. Oh my God. Tongue twister. And I did get this one started because I was recording. I was working on a tutorial, and my phone just went out on me. It said something about data. I mean, I don't think I have enough storage. I think my phone's overloaded. So I'm going to have to go in and delete some videos and do all kinds of things just to get the tutorial. But anyway, nonetheless, we're going to do the live, and I'll go ahead and load this to my YouTube channel. So if you guys are not following me, basically all I have on my YouTube channel are lives that I move over to YouTube. I definitely want to work on making tutorials to put onto YouTube, but we saw what happened here earlier. I was trying to do a tutorial and my phone just gave out. I did get to make a gingie one before I started this one, so I do have a gingie one that I'm going to be posting to my YouTube and also to Facebook, so stay tuned for that. Hi, Edie's. Fancy meeting you all here. Yes, friend. How are you doing? I know there's been so many lives going on today, all kinds of stuff going on, but I said, you know what? I was kind of scrolling through Facebook, but I said, let me get on and create a couple of tutorials while I have Hank and Daisy snoozing here in the background. But you know what? It didn't work. We're just going to go ahead and go live. Either way, I'll get the data, the recording. How's everyone doing? Okay, so forgive the squeaky table, y'all. So we're just going to go 18 on this log. Like I said, this is just for build up. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some tacky glue around the rim of the styrofoam here. Really easy. You guys have seen me do this so many times. I do this technique for my macarons, for any type of, you know, when I'm building up anything like a cake form, anything that I want a little larger, I will do this just to get a little bit extra, a few inches on my project. And because I didn't roll it out, I went 17 thinking I was going to be slick, and I was a little short, but it's okay. We pulled it together, got it together, and brought it over. You guys can see right there, right? So that added a few inches to the donut. It actually expands it. And then I'll just kind of press it down, kind of even it, giving it an even flush, you know, with the styrofoam. And that also makes it a little bigger as well. Oh, these snoozy dogs, y'all. Forgive. Yes, I am on YouTube. Yes, I am on YouTube now. I actually am. I've never done a live. I've never done anything. I don't know. I'm not very good at YouTube at all. I'm actually moving my videos that Facebook is deleting my lives over there, but I want to start creating tutorials, you know, on things that I make a whole lot of. And I get asked questions, you know, I usually get messages and stuff asking me what the measurements were. So I said, you know what, let me start making tutorials and putting them there for my watchers. Hi, Terry. Hi, Tammy. Hello, everyone. Okay, so now you see we have that form there, right? Really nice and easy, and it's, you can see that it expanded in size. Okay, so now we're going to take our cream. It's going to go pretty fast. So we're going to take our cream, and we're going to take a cup of the cream. And I'm just going to roll it out and then put it over the top of this donut form. And it's not going to be, I'm not focusing too much on a poof. I kind of wanted it kind of flat and round because these are going to be part of my Candyland decor that I'm going to be using for my granddaughter's Christmas tree. So I definitely am goal driven on getting these Candyland decorations done because, you know, we need air drying time and I need a whole lot of them. So I want her tree to be nice and full. So I am going to be doing lots of evening lives creating Candyland decor. I'm just going to condition the clay really quickly here. This is the cream. It is an absolute gorgeous color and clay. And you can find this one in the shop at debbiesbrightedeas at etsy.com. You love when I post it. You can see everything better on your TV. Oh, I know, because you can put it on the big screen, right? I know I do that. On the weekends, I'll let the YouTube run. And as I'm walking around cleaning the house and doing different things. Hi, Ramos. What kind of clay do I use? This is an air dry foam clay in the Firm Soft. You can find this on my shop at debbiesbrightedeas at etsy.com. I have a 500 gram bag and I have a sample bag at 100 grams. Hi, Natalie. I love everything Candyland as well, Tammy. Yes. Thank you so much, Elida. I appreciate that. So I'm just using my table here just to kind of roll the clay out and kind of take the imperfections out of the clay. You know, it works for me this way. You can do so many different ways in your hands, whatever works for you. I kind of feel the table works best for me, so I always tend to do this. But I do have a squeaky table, so forgive me. So I'll hold it with one arm and then I'll do the other to keep the table from squeaking. Can you guys hear Hank and Daisy snoring? Or both passed out right here. They ate a really good dinner and now they're snoozy. I got them all settled up before I started this live. So I'm just going to smush this down right before I start rolling it out so I can get a nice and easy roll. We're going to go ahead and try using the little baby rolling pin today. Yes, I do have amazing clay, not just because I sell it. It is amazing clay, and I do have amazing prices. I do have a deal that is going on. It is, the coupon is shop 50. So if you purchase $50 or more in items from the shop, you do get free shipping. So definitely, if you are planning on doing some shopping this weekend, you want to use that coupon, shop 50, and that will get you free shipping off the purchase of 50. So we're just going to roll this out, right? And I'm leaving it, it's not thin, it's not very, it's thin, but not too thin. You can see that there, right? So that's, I think that'll be good enough. Then I'm just going to put this over here. Let's add some tacky glue. The nice thing about this styrofoam that's going to be underneath this clay here, it's porous. It has the open pores in it, which is really nice because the clay sticks really much nicer to this type of styrofoam. You've been dying to make a Grinch face on a pumpkin. I'm looking for something that doesn't crack when it dries. This is what you need, air dry foam clay. Actually, last year I did the green one. I did the green one on a pumpkin. It was a girl green one, and she had a bow, but it sold, I believe, or some, I don't know what happened to it, but she was really, really cute. But I did the green one on a pumpkin last year. So I'm just going to bring this over, right? And there's going to be excess there, just like that. And you can just cut this right off with your scissors, or you can bring it over and just add it to the form. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean this up just like this. And once this dries, I'm going to go back and I'm just going to add a nice clean piece of clay or a piece of felt or a piece of foam sheet, whatever I have available, and just cover up the back of my mechanics. Because, you know, it's going to go on the Christmas tree and it might not show, but still I want it to look nice and neat when these things get ready to get hung on the tree. So just bringing that over just like that. I'm going to put away this excess clay because we don't want this to get stiff on us. Yes, check it out, please. You will love it. I promise you. You will love it. It's got amazing shelf life. It works really well when you're making characters, when you're actually making anything. It cuts beautifully with cookie cutters. I mean, it is just a great, great clay. And even though it has a stiff kind of look to it, it is like butter. It is soft like butter. Okay. You definitely will enjoy it, I promise. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just grab my tool here and just poke down in the middle here, right? Just like that. And then just bring it in. Creating that shape of the donut. And there's so many different ways to make donuts, guys. You know, you can roll out a log, do a thing. You can do a ball, put in the rolling pin, or you can use a styrofoam shape form to create a donut. But this one's just going to be a fun, whimsical type donut. Okay? It's just like that. Nice and neat and clean. Really cute. Okay, so we have that. So let's put this over here. Now we're going to use our baby pink. We're going to use our baby pink, and I think I'm going to do a ½ cup on this because I want it to be big enough, but I don't want it to cover my donut. I don't want it to like cascade over the side. I kind of want it to just sit on the top of the donut because I want the donut to be able to show through just like this. Let me bring that back up. You guys can see. Right? And you guys can go to Hobby Lobby right now and you can see they have so many different types of whimsical donuts right now. But I want to make my own, and I just want to add my little extra glam to it. Give it an extra little sparkle with the rhinestones and the exaggerated sprinkles and glitter. No, it doesn't crack, guys. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Tammy. Hi, Jess. So let's go ahead and do that same thing. Let's go ahead and roll it out on the table. It does not crack. You guys can see behind me all of the crafts that are here that I create with the clay. So everything you see here pretty much I've created with the clay. There's all different types of characters behind me. So I make all different types. I build up on forms and different things. So it actually is a very good clay. And some pieces are from actually last year. So, and they keep really, really nicely. Really, really nicely. You're not sponsored. No, she just loves me. And she's she definitely uses my products heavily. Tammy definitely does support the business and definitely does use my products a whole lot. And I definitely do appreciate her. So she is an amazing supporter. I absolutely. She definitely can speak on it because she uses it a whole lot. Okay, so we're just going to roll this out, right? Just kind of keeping it in a circle form, but not, I don't want it to be thin. So, and also making sure that I don't want to go bigger than the donut. So probably about that size is going to be great, right? We're probably going to be like a 5 by 5 round, but we're going to also do some cutting to this. I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife and just kind of give it a little swirly whirly kind of cut. If I can find my X-Acto knife. Oh, goodness. I had it here, y'all, because I used it just a few minutes ago. Now, I threw it. I throw things everywhere, y'all. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take my X-Acto knife, right? And I kind of like to give myself a slit, right? A slit, and come out with that. Then, because it's going to help when I'm cutting the clay, right? Because I'm going to start cutting the clay. This is if you don't want to use a drip, right? I don't want to use a drip. So I'm just going to start, you know, cutting and pulling, right? Just kind of creating like a flower, right? Just like that, really easy, however you want, you know, however you want to make your drip. But I just kind of feel like that works really nicely for me. And whenever it goes back and wants to stick, you just go back over it. You're going to have fraying, right? The clay is going to fray, but once you're done cutting, you just go with your finger. Just use your finger and just smooth that out really easy. Okay. And it could have went a little deeper right here, but we are in surgery right now. She has her, what is the thing the doctors use? Their scalpel, or what is it called? Scalp. I don't even know what it's called, but it looks like this. And I'm in surgery right now. We were having clay surgery. Okay, so it kind of looks like a flower, right? But it's your drip, really easy. And what I like to do is you're going to have the little fraying, right? So just use your finger, your index finger there, and just go back and smooth everything out the way you like it, right? So this is going to go here. And you saw that shrunk down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just roll it out just a little, just to expand it. Hi, Norma. That was the reason that I left it a little thick. You had a horrible headache. I'm sorry. Are you okay, friend? I hope you're okay. Tammy, I actually felt the same. I thought something was happening. I thought I was getting sick. They say COVID's going around all over again, right? It's you know, it's rearing its ugly head and it's coming back with a vengeance. So everyone be careful, be safe. Definitely, you know, practice those, you know, our old COVID ways of when we were sanitizing, doing all the extra cleaning, the extra washing, all the different stuff. So right now I think it's going to be a little bit of a rough one. Yes, I can't wait, Nomi. I can't wait to see. Start with donuts. Start with easy things, donuts and gingies. And believe you me, they bring you so much joy when you start making the donuts and the gingies. You will love that. So I'm just going to place this here on top. The clay is nice and fresh, so it's going to stick really nicely. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to take my little tool that I had just a minute ago. Don't know what again. Here we go. Just poke. Use your finger and just bring it in. Right? Just bring that in. It's basically like just adding like a flower to the top of the form here. We don't want it to overspill because I'm going to do a trim of a darker color pink here in just a few. Okay. And then just making sure you go all the way around your drip, right? Making sure that it attaches to the bottom really nicely, because if you don't do that and you don't make sure when clay starts to dry, it will start curling up on you, and you don't want that. I mean, it's not going to curl up, but you'll see it lift, and you won't like that. And then it'll be harder to go back and get it down. So might as well just take care of it now, you know, while you have the opportunity. You just ordered some? Thank you. I appreciate that, Ramos. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Okay. So just like this. Ooh, pretty, right? Very pretty, very demure. Okay. So now we're going to take the pink and let's create a log. I'm just going to grab, guys, my colors are falling. I put them in these bags because y'all see, if you go back and watch any of my lives, you will see me fumbling through bags of clay over here off to the side. And I'm like, I don't feel like doing that tonight. We're going to get the colors here because y'all know I'm a hot mess at times. So we're going to be using the pink here, condition. I'm just going to make a log, and then I'm going to trim out the drip. And then we're going to be ready to decorate. I'll create some exaggerated sprinkles here with the colors that I pulled. No, I was going to visit my hubby in Cali this weekend, but tickets are outrageous. And here's the thing. My husband doesn't get to get off. He will only be off in the evenings because when he's on a turnaround, he can't take off. They can't, see what I just did? They cannot, it's an everyday, like they only get one fatigue day every 14 days. So they have to report to the refineries every day, while they're there. And he only gets the evenings off. So basically I would be there, you know, alone. And of course I'm okay with being alone, you know, but I'm like, I'm not going to travel all the way to California to be alone in the day and while he's at work and then keeping him up late at night, you know, y'all know. So it was just like, you know what? He'll be home soon enough. So he'll be home soon enough. Plus we talk every day. And he's still at work right now. So he's 2 hours behind. So right now it's 5:32. It's 5:32 in California and it's 7:32 here in Texas. So your order came in Wednesday when you were on my live. Oh, did you get it, Helen? Thank you for ordering. So I have this log here right now. I'm going to just start trimming around my drip. Right? Just start trimming. And the clay is fresh, so it's sticking real nice. Right? Just being sure not to like pull on it because then it'll start thinning out in, you know, certain parts. I'm just kind of trying to keep it. And if you run out, you just make more and just continue where you left off. We're hoping we're gonna make, guys, it literally was exactly the right amount. Whoa, TV magic, y'all. TV magic. The clay gods were on my side tonight. Why are you sorry, Norma? What happened? Oh, because I didn't get to go? Oh, I know. Yeah, me too. It would have been really, really nice. But he was just here 2 weeks ago, my hubby. You know, he was here 2 weeks ago, and my hubby's a banshee, y'all. My hubby's a banshee. So he was here doing banshee things. You know, he was at the ranch. He was living his best life, making things happen out there, being a banshee the whole time he was here. So it'll be okay. He gets to watch me on my lives. He loves to, when he gets back to his hotel, he turns on the live and he's preparing his, like, he's doing his meal prep and doing all that and having his few beers, and he listens to me while he's on the live. Now what I'm doing, I'm just using my finger here and I'm just going around and kind of just doing, you know, giving it a soft smush into the clay underneath. Okay? Just like that. Just gives it that dimensional, that kind of 3D dimensional look. Yes, Debbie's Bright Ideas at Etsy.com, my friend. Debbie's Bright Ideas at Etsy.com. And guys, there is a coupon. It is shop 50. If you're planning on shopping over $50, it is free shipping. And that coupon does not expire. It is a domestic only coupon. It does not expire. I will continue to try to have that coupon for as long as I can. Of course, shipping does fluctuate and prices do change a lot, especially y'all, you know, with tariffs and prices, and it affects everything. So as long as I can, you know, I'm going to support the coupon for as long as I can. So it's there. No rush, no pressure. If you don't want to order the $50, that's perfectly fine. But it's there in case you want to do some, you know, you want to do a larger purchase. Okay, just like that. Ooh, pretty fun. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make cute little logs. Tiny little ones, because we're going to make sprinkles. And I kind of figure that I think I need like 4 of each color. Like 4 sprinkles of each color. So just a very small smidge is all you need. I'm going to be using my icing smoother here that I got from Hobby Lobby. This thing is amazing to have. It's like a fondant icing smoother. It works amazing when you're making tiny little logs, or you're, you know, when you're doing things like this. These this tool is amazing to have. And I don't need it I don't need that much, but we're just going to go ahead and play it safe. Cutting off my end because it's kind of thin. And I'm just going to do 4 pieces of the light purple. This is where kind of the repetitive, boring part is, because you guys are going to see me make exaggerated sprinkles. See, and look at all that's left. But these are things that you can do, like I say, when you have time in your craft room, when you're sitting and watching a show or doing something, you know, in your craft room, you can sit and make exaggerated sprinkles, because you can always use them on a craft like this or a different craft. Thank you, Tammy. You didn't get notified? I didn't notify anybody. I just jumped on. I literally just turned the camera on. Actually, Peggy, what I was trying to do, I was working on a tutorial. I was making a whimsical donut tutorial. Midway in my craft, I don't know, I think I might have been in like 7 minutes, because I'm trying to keep them short. My camera said it didn't have enough storage, so it just quit on me. So I was like, oh, I was about to throw a fit, and I said, no, you're not. Just hit the live button and go live, because it'll record anyway, and I can move it to YouTube. Okay, either way, we're not going to lose it. It's going to go to YouTube, and it'll be there for anyone to watch in case you want to make one of these cute, fun donuts. Can I please send you some cookie dough? It's sold out. Okay, but I did get the notification today. September 4th is when the cookie dough gets here, Gloria. So I might have it in sample bags. I might have a few sample bags, but as far as 500-gram bags, the cookie dough is wiped out. But do not fret, my friends. I got the message from UPS telling me that it is already on its way and it will be here. So if you can hold on a few days, we definitely do have it coming. But if not, I do believe there might be a few sample bags in the shop. I'm not quite sure. But it got hit hard because everyone's starting their Christmas crafts. Everyone's working on their gingies, their gingerbread houses, all those cute fun things. So cookie dough is like gold right now. It's crazy. Everything has its different, you know. 1 month it's white, then 1 month it's black, 1 month it's cookie dough. Like, you just don't know sometimes. And I try to bring in a lot of every color, but it's been getting wiped out in the shop, which is I'm grateful for, but of course I know you guys need it. So what I'm doing is I'm creating 4 of each color, and then I'm going to start sticking, and we're just going to glitter and sprinkle the rhinestones, and we are going to be done. But I have a little extra special surprise that I'm going to be putting on the donut here. Okay, so you guys are going to love it. I actually made one on a tutorial, so I will be posting it. I made this one for a tutorial, and it's going to be posted to the YouTube. I finally made my gingie tutorial, guys, and it'll be posted. And I made another one here with the icing around the arms, right? One without, I don't know, guys. I always just prefer icing only over the head like that. But I did this one just like that. But what I want to do is I want to put a gingie on one of these like this. So he's going to be like that, right? So when it hangs on the tree, it's going to show like that. I get you. So let's put these over here. And let's keep going. So that's my little extra special surprise on this one here tonight. But yes, I came home in a tutorial mood. I'm like, I'm going to start working on my tutorials. Like, I need to. And then camera doesn't want to work. Plus, my cameras are overloaded, guys. I'm constantly taking pictures, working on content, all kinds of stuff. So I need to clean my devices out. Thank you, Tammy. Hi, Darlene. Hi, friends. You love the gingies? Here's a close-up of it. Look at the belly button. That one doesn't have the icing around the arms, and this one does. And those are a little bit larger. I like those. I made a little bit larger than I normally make my other little baby gingie. Okay, so here's our exaggerated sprinkles. But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to put them on part of the donut because the gingie is going to go here. Okay, so we're going to put our gingie there. Let me see. Yeah, let's go ahead and put, okay. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm just going to start gluing my sprinkles. Just adding a little tacky glue right to them. And they look like real sprinkles, guys. Those are just big. And they're so cute. Exaggerated. We got to be extra drama. Right? We got to be dramatic. And here comes the part that I struggle with. When I'm laying things down, like cabochons or things like that, I overthink, guys. I overthink. And it takes me, I'm just like, just lay the doggone thing down. Just put the freaking sprinkle down. Right? It's like, just put the freaking sprinkle down. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. Okay. Hi, Kimberly. So we'll go ahead and put that there so we'll know. But I don't want it to stick yet because I'm going to be adding in the all the glitter and the rhinestones, and I don't want it to get all full of it. I want it to stay kind of clean. Okay. I already made a boo-boo here. Okay. Oh my goodness, I look so cute. Okay. So let's get him off because I don't want it to get stuck. Okay. You guys can see, right? That's what I do. That, Gloria, it happens to me. I'm at work and I'm thinking about crafts. I have to really tell myself, okay, stop. It's time to get down to business and do my work. My 8 to 5, I have to focus on my 8 to 5 because the crafts are just dancing around in here all day at work. Okay, so there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add tacky glue around the rim, right? Around the rim of the donut, because now we're going to sprinkle with glitter. I don't have fine glitter in my shop, and I think I might need to start carrying a few colors like the white. White and maybe pinks. I'm not sure. I don't have fine. I have chunky baby glitter, which is my absolute favorite. I just don't carry fine. But I think I need to get I need to be on the lookout for a beautiful white fine glitter, because what I've been using is this one here that I bought at Hobby Lobby like 3 years ago. It has all these different, and it's lasted for so long, and I just feel like I have several of the white here from Walmart in different places, and I'm like, I can get that anywhere, right? The chunky baby glitter is what's hard to find. So that's what I do have in the shop. You know, you can't really get those, a lot of those colors in certain you know, like in the stores, some certain stores. So that one I definitely have to, that one I have to order from overseas. You and your coworker think you're crazy. Yeah, a lot of people think we're crazy. They don't get this craft life. They don't know this craft life. They don't understand it. Like my kids too. You know, my daughter says, are you playing with Play-Doh today, Mama? She goes, Mama, you're going to your Play-Doh convention? Like they think it's like, it's so funny. They can't, like they're like, I can't believe you have a Play-Doh business. And I'm like, girl, don't knock it. You're going to try the donut? It looks pretty easy, right? It's super easy, get friends. It's easy, and it's going to be so cute and impactful, and it's whimsical. So I'm just going to take my white, right, and I'm just going to sprinkle all the way around over the trash can here. Hank, you're going to need to move, buddy boy. You're going to be all glitterized. You're going to be a glittery baby. So I'm just doing this, right? But I'm doing it over the trash can here because y'all know how this glitter life is, right? Glitter everywhere. Glitter makes everything better, right? And I just kind of dust it everywhere all over. And because the clay is fresh, it picks up the glitter so nicely, even where I didn't add tacky glue. Poppy, you're going to have to move, Poppy. Okay. So you guys can see, right? Really pretty. Let me see. I don't know. The camera will pick that up. Guys, it's super gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, so we have that. Now, I hate that they're around here when I'm messing with all this glitter. Now, you want to make one? Yes, you got to make one, guys. These are going to be the perfect decor for the Christmas trees. Friends, start making y'all's beautiful Candyland whimsical decor. Yes, you can go to Hobby Lobby and buy it, but it's just so much more beautiful when you make it yourself. Okay, and I'm just trimming out that trim here with tacky glue, using my finger again, the best tool in the house, to kind of spread that, because now it's rhinestone time. Like a rhinestone donut. Okay, so just like that. Just making sure I smooth it really nicely. Get my tissue. Clean my finger. I brought a tray. Here we go. I went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up some more of these trays, y'all. These are amazing to have several of, because say you want to have one with all pink things. Say you want to have one with all silver things. That's how I have them here. So whenever I'm making a craft, I just pull out that tray and I work off of it. You know, I just kind of keep all my black Halloween things. I separate everything into these amazing little trays, and then they stack on each other so nice, which makes it even more better. We're going to be using the baby pink rhinestones from the shop. These are the clear. These are divine. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So we're just going to be sprinkling these here like if they were confetti. Right? They are amazing to lay intricately one by one, but y'all know, if you watch me, I mostly sprinkle. Okay. I just love the way the light catches them when you sprinkle them. And don't worry about the ones that fall off the trim, because once it dries, you can just go back and just kind of use your little tool and knock them off, or just leave them there. It just adds extra cuteness to it, right? Hi, Mary. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Brenda. Hi, friends. My daughter's like, what are you doing tonight, Mom? She calls, you know, and I'm like, because normally I would go to happy hour on Fridays or do different things like that, but it's just like, I have so much stuff going on this weekend here at the house with the business and stuff like that, that if I go out tonight to go sit at happy hour or do any of that, I'll be like, I won't be at 100% my best tomorrow when I have a heavy list of things to do. And it's not heavy, it's packing orders, getting to UPS, getting to the post office, and actually taking pictures of my product and posting it to the shop. It's stuff like that. But if I'm not at my best, I will just like be dragging and not have fun doing it. So you guys can see, right? Ooh, how beautiful is that? So we're just going to put this over here. Scoop up what didn't land in the tray, right? And we will put that back in the tray here after I get off this live, right? And now what we want to do is we want to place our little darling right here on the donut. Okay? But I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how to make the little darling, okay? And then I'll attach it. So let's do that. Because the little darling does not take us long at all. We just have to find the product. Do I have the product? Do I have cookie dough? I had it. Gloria, where's the cookie dough? Gloria, here's the cookie dough. We have enough. This is going to be enough. Isn't it cute? It's so cute, right? Okay, so we're going to be using our tablespoon and we're going to be using our teaspoon. So let's do this, okay? Really quick and fast. So for the head and for the body, I use 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons for the head, 2 tablespoons for the body. This is going to be really fast. And this is a tutorial that I made earlier. So you guys, if you want to know how to make the little cutie, you can just watch that tutorial once I load it. Also, friends, this one's a little bit bigger, right? This one's a little bit bigger. If you want to make him a little smaller, all you have to do is go down in the size of the measurements. So this is 2 tablespoons for head, 2 tablespoons for body. If you want him to be smaller, just 1 tablespoon for the head, 1 tablespoon for the body. Now, if you want him to be larger, all you have to do is take your, like if you want a much bigger gingie, all you have to do is use your 1/4 cup, right? 1/4 for the head, 1/4 for the body. So it just depends on you and how big you want to make your guy or gal. Okay, so tablespoon. Oh, these 2 snoozy guys. Yeah. Snoozy doggies, snoozy doggies. It's like they will not go lay in the living room. They will not go lay anywhere else. They have to be right here. And I'm just going to use my table really quick to kind of condition this and take out all these little imperfections in the clay. Sorry, friends, about all the snoring. Hi, Tanya. Hi, beautiful baby girl. How are you? I'm sure you've been busy, lady, huh? Okay, so here we have our head, right? And I always like to think of an egg, right? Like a cookie dough egg. You can keep it completely round if you want to have him sitting up and you want his head to be round, but you will have to let him sit drying. And here's the thing. If you run a skewer through them completely, they will sit nicely. But you do have to check in on them, making sure that they're staying and keeping their form. I tend to like to do them flat on the table because once I make them, I leave them on the table and I walk away and I don't come back and see them till the morning and they're completely dry. Hi, Margarita. So, yes, they love their mom. They're right here with me. So we're just going to put our egg shape here on the table, right? And then I'm going to use my index finger at the top of the gingy head here, right? I'm just going to press down, not like halfway down, right? Halfway. What I'm doing here is I'm kind of doing a buildup for cheeks, kind of just like this. You're going to see kind of a pocket, but you see it like that. That helps with, you know, with the form of the cheeks. It kind of just gives it a cute little face, a cute little, you know, puff in the cheeks. So just like that. Guys, you're going to be happy for me. I got toothpicks. I went to the Dollar Tree and got toothpicks a few days ago, and I finally found them. They were in a jar, and I completely broke the jar, and I was trying to get the toothpicks out. So now they're all dumped in there. But nonetheless, I have toothpicks. I'm happy about that. So we're just rolling this out here on the table. Now for the body part, we're going to make this more rounded, because I want it to have like a little tummy, right? So kind of just using my fingers here and kind of bringing it in like a triangle shape here, but still keeping that round form on it, right? Kind of like that egg shape, but bringing it in to form the body. Then I'm going to take my dotting tool that's right over here. Okay, and I'm going to poke a little belly button in, just because I like it to have a little cute belly button. Just like that. Boop, boop, boop. Now, I'll grab it. Well, here we go. We have our toothpick. And then just bring it in to the body form here. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of tacky glue. Hi, Debbie Jean. And then just attach my head. Right? I will tell you this. When you leave a long piece of toothpick like that, and you're going to work on bringing them in together more, it's going to take you a little longer, and it's going to take you a little more pressure, and you're probably going to dent up your clay. So your best bet is to shorten your toothpick or your skewer. Don't have a big old long piece like I just did right now. Okay, but I didn't cut, but it's okay. I just went back and just shaped everything. So now we're going to take our dotting tool and we're going to make two little placements for eyes, right? We're going to make two little sockets for eyes really fast. Add in some tacky glue. I'm going to grab two Perels. These are the beads, actually. They have the little hole in them, so making sure that I put the hole to the side so that it doesn't show. Just pressing in really well. Just getting them nice and deep so that they're not popped up. I'm going to use this tool here, and I'm just going to create little crow's feet, right? Just push in some little crow's feet here on the side of the eyes, just for some little character. Giving it a little eyebrow here, just a little dent there, right? You can see that it changes the little face already. Okay. Now with the same color, we're just going to get a small little smidge for our nose. Right, just rolling it out here in my hand, and then, like, you know, doing the log technique like that, just to create like a little oblong nose. I'm going to add a little smidge of tacky glue here, just to make sure my little nose gets stuck where it should be. We're going to use this tool here and just add in a little smile. Dragging it down a little bit, just like that. Ooh, cute. Right, now we're going to take our little palette here and just add in a little cheek. Just a little cheeky cheek. You can add two little pieces of pink clay or whatever you like. I just kind of do this really quickly. Right, just give them a little dusting. Just like that. Now let's add arms, legs, and then a little piece of icing, and this baby is done. Done, done, done. Okay, so now we're going to use our teaspoon here. We need 4 pieces for 2 arms and 2 legs. Just imagine, guys, if you're sitting down and you have your favorite show like Dateline on, and you're just making cute little gingies like this, guy. This is perfect for making those gingy trees. You know, my very first time, actually it was my very first craft, and I still have it, and it's stored away. That is one I cannot part with. It was my very first fake bake creation, and it was a gingy tree. And I sat and made little gingies and little macarons and little things, and I had no supplies. So it was basically all by hand and just shaping with my hands. I had no supplies because I didn't know what this whole fake bake world was. But I had the clay, and that's all I started with. But I'll bring it out. I think I'll go dig it out of the storage and bring it out. It keeps really nicely. It's probably, what, 2 years old now? I'm just making these ball forms really quickly. Be sure to condition before you start to shape the ball. It really does matter, my friends. Because if you, like, say you did this, right? And you went straight into the ball, you're going to find that you're going to have a lot of imperfections and a lot of cracks. So it's best to condition it and then roll it. Okay? So we have these 4 balls here. So now on the table here, we're just going to roll using our finger, kind of pressing down on one end of the log of the, and you're going to start creating your little arm and leg, right? That. It's really quick and fast. And depending how long you want it, if you want to have your gingie sitting, of course you don't need them that long, but if you want to have them kind of like in standing form, of course you'll lengthen up the legs, right? Hi, Jennifer. Thank you, friends. So what I like to do, friends, I like to use my table and just kind of press, right? Just kind of flattening my ends. I don't know, guys. I just like the way that looks. I know it's not for everyone. The around it is beautiful as well. I do that as well, but I just like that flattened look. I don't know. I'm weird sometimes. So I'm just going to add tacky glue in where I'm going to add the form. Right? Bringing it kind of to the back of the neck area and then kind of smushing it in a little and attaching my little arm. Just like that, really cute. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this little guy maybe standing up like that. Right? So we'll add a little tacky glue here. A little tacky glue there. And then I'll just press into the form. Softly, gently, you know, just kind of smushing it in a little, just kind of attaching it. Okay. Oh, he's a little chubber. He's a little chubber. And when I have gingies like this, it leaves them, you can put in anything here, like a candy, a peppermint, whatever you like, guys. A candy cane, just anything cute will go perfect there. Right, so now let's do the swirl, and our little baby is done. So let's look for some white. White right here, and you just need a smidge of the white, and this is going to be done. Just a small amount. Small amount. Okay, just like that. Okay, so what you want to do is you kind of want to just kind of about right here, a third way in, you want to do that little knot, right? You just want to do that little twist, just like that. Just like that. Okay, like if you were going to tie it. And then just attach. Making sure that you have enough to bring around the back of the head, and then enough to make like that little swirly look, right? And then bringing it to the back. And there we go, my friends. Okay, so we'll go ahead and attach this baby here since we made it nice and fresh. We'll attach it here to our donut. We're going to go ahead and use a toothpick just for security, right? There's styrofoam underneath, perfect. Shorten it a little more. Add in some tacky glue. Thank you, friends. I appreciate it so very much. You see how fun and easy this is, guys? Super fun and easy. And imagine making a few of these and putting them all over the Christmas tree, guys. Gosh, it'll be gorgeous. Your tree will be a gorgeous piece, masterpiece. And there we go. A gingie on a donut, looking cute, ready to go. You can put a little piece of candy there, right, or something, or a donut. Let me see. I can get a donut really quick. Smoothie poochies everywhere. Smoothies. Okay, I have a couple of donuts here. We have a chocolate and a pink. So we have a pink, we have a chocolate, just like this. So now I get a little tacky glue, put it here off to the sides, and then just put it here and squeeze the little hands to the little form of the donut, just like that. Isn't that cute, y'all? Cute, right? Guys, I want to show y'all 2 other whimsical pieces that I worked on for the tree. Let me grab them really quickly here. And I didn't expect to bring these out, but I said, you know what? I wanted to show you guys what I'm working on for my granddaughter's tree. Okay? So, look at how fun these are, y'all. Aren't those fun? Out of a styrofoam cup. You guys can look at this. This was just 3 little styrofoams that they were throwing away at work, right, from something we had gotten at work, and I brought them home and I just put this one together. I'm going to do this one here on a live for you guys. It's super simple. It's just the 3 little blocks. You definitely want to, before you start putting your blocks together, you want to roll out your little balls, because that's what's going to go there in the middle. But look at this here. Isn't that cute? You can see the styrofoam cup there that I just did the logs and layered that around. I haven't covered that up. And then these are our little cakes. These are our cute little cakes. I know I've been busy, y'all. Because I'm not gonna show up to Dallas with some. My baby's tree is gonna be top notch. Okay, her grandma's a fake baker. If your grandma's a fake baker, her tree is got to be top notch. So I've been working really hard for her little tree, because I just want it to be so beautiful for her. She's 4 years old, and this is her first little tree in her. My daughter has she has a little classroom in her home, because my granddaughter has had some little learning struggles and with hearing and different things like that. So it's been a whole new journey for my family, and she's going to have her own little Christmas tree in her classroom. So I definitely am very goal driven to make all of these cuties for her tree. Look at that. And these were made on, this one wasn't made on a live, but these were all made on lives, friends. So if you guys want to go back and see how I made these, they are on a live. And guys, they're starting to dry really airlight, so they're going to be perfect for the tree. And of course, y'all saw we had some donuts here. The donuts are going to be also an added addition to the tree decor. So I just kind of want to give you inspiration, friends, that you can do it. Okay? We have Hobby Lobby, we know that. But we have tons of supplies in our craft rooms, and we can definitely do them. Yes, these were just cutouts, clay cutouts, right, with cookie cutters. And then I just overlaid with another piece. I actually used old clay for the bottoms, and then put a nice fresh piece on top for the little cakes. But yes, make them, friends, make them. I'm actually so happy and proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because I really said, I told her I was going to do it, and I've really been focused on doing it. No matter how tired I am, she's definitely a priority for me. So here's our donuts, guys. I hope you all enjoyed these cuties. Super easy, super fun. Well, my friends, I'm going to sign off, and I'm really trying. I think I'm going to come on tomorrow morning. I don't know what I'm going to make. Do you guys have any ideas of what I can make that could be whimsical? I was going to either make, I still have like ice cream cones. I still have like gumdrops that I need to make. There's so many. Make cake slices. I just have to figure out what I'm for Candyland, for my baby's Candyland Christmas tree. So I think I'm going to do one in the morning, and I'll have another piece